Alright, so in this problem, I have x to the power of 4 minus 9 is equal to 0. So I'm going to first start by rewriting x to the power of 4 as x to the power of 2 times 2. And now I have this minus 9 is equal to 0. So if I have something in the form a to the power of m times n, this is equal to a to the power of m to the power of n. So x to the power of 2 times 2, that's going to equal x to the power of 2 to the power of 2 minus 9 is equal to 0. Now I'm going to rewrite negative 9 here as negative 3 squared. And if I have something in the form a squared minus b squared, this is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So in this case, a is equal to x squared and b is equal to 3. So now I'm going to be left with x squared plus 3 times x squared minus 3 is equal to 0. So now this is going to give me two equations. I get x squared plus 3 is equal to 0, and I get x squared minus 3 is equal to 0. So for x squared plus 3 equals 0, I can subtract 3 on both sides. So I get x squared is equal to negative 3. And now I'm going to take the square root on both sides. The square root of x squared is x, and the square root of negative 3, that's going to equal the square root of 3 times the square root of negative 1. And if you guys already didn't know, the square root of negative 1 is equal to I. So I get x is equal to positive negative square root of 3i. Now for x squared minus 3 equals 0, this is much simpler than the other one. All I have to do is add 3 on both sides. And I get x squared is equal to 3. And now, if I take the square root on both sides, the square root of x squared is x. So I get x is equal to positive or negative square root of 3. Alright, so in this problem, I have 4 to the power of x minus 3 times 16 to the power of x is equal to 64. So to solve this, I'm going to first start by rewriting 16 as 4 squared. So now I have 4 to the power of x minus 3 times 4 squared to the power of x is equal to 64. And now, because these two have the same bases, if I have something in the form a to the power of m times a to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m plus n. And 4 to the power of 2 to the power of x, that's going to equal 4 to the power of 2 times x, or 4 to the power of 2x. So I have 4 to the power of x minus 3 plus 2x is equal to 64. And now 64, that's equal to 4 to the power of 3. So now I have 4 to the power of x minus 3 plus 2x is equal to 4 to the power of 3. And now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m is equal to a to the power of n, this means that m is equal to n. So in this case, x minus 3 plus 2x is equal to 3. So now to simplify this, we just combine like terms. X plus 2x, that's going to be 3x, so I have 3x minus 3 is equal to 3. And now I'm going to add 3 on both sides. So I get 3x is equal to 6, and if I divide both sides by 3, I get x is equal to 6 divided by 3, which is 2. Alright, so in this problem, I have 3 to the power of x plus 4 is equal to 4 to the power of x plus 3. So now to solve this, I'm going to first start by using the property that states that if I have something in the form a to the power of m plus n, this is equal to a to the power of m times a to the power of n. So 3 to the power of x plus 4, that's going to equal 3 to the power of x times 3 to the power of 4. And 4 to the power of x plus 3, that's going to equal 4 to the power of x times 4 to the power of 3. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 4 to the power of x times 3 to the power of 4. So then these two cancel out and these two cancel out. So now I'm left with 3 to the power of x over 4 to the power of x is equal to 4 to the power of 3 over 3 to the power of 4. Now 3 to the power of x over 4 to the power of x, that's the same thing as 3 over 4 to the power of x. So I have this is equal to 4 to the power of 3 over 3 to the power of 4. And now I'm going to take the log on both sides. So I have log 3 over 4 to the power of x is equal to log 4 to the power of 3 over 3 to the power of 4. Now if I have something in the form log a to the power of b, I can move this exponent b to the front. So it's going to equal b times log a. So in this case, I have log 3 over 4 to the power of x. And I can move x to the front. So I get x times log 3 over 4 is equal to log 4 to the power of 3 over 3 to the power of 4. Now I'm going to divide both sides by log 3 over 4. So these two cancel out, and I get x is equal to log 4 to the power of 3 over 3 to the power of 4 over log 3 over 4. Now this is the same thing as log 4 to the power of 3 minus log 3 to the power of 4 over log 3 minus log 4. And this is equal to 3 times 0.6021 minus 4 times 0.4771 all over 0.4771 minus 0.6021. And this is equal to 0.8168.